All right, today I am back up here at Orchard Hills at the Summit development, and this time at Vista by Brookfield, and standing in front of what could be the best deals here at the Summit. In this video, follow me as I walk through all three models, and then make sure you stick around at the end as we talk through pricing and other factors that play a role into these homes. First up is Brisa, which is 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, and starts just a touch over 3,500 square feet. And the first thing you're going to notice here at Brookfield is that all of the homes have 12-foot ceilings throughout the whole first floor, which really opens up the entryway, but the area you probably feel it the most is going to be downstairs here in the general living area. Brookfield actually offers the highest first floor ceiling heights out of every builder at the Summit, and you really feel it in this living space. The Brisa model home is shown with this optional extended dining room, which gives the dining room its own defined space, and it also widens the kitchen island. The grand dining room has been the most popular structural upgrade at Brisa, as it adds an additional 216 square feet of living space. It is hard to not be impressed by the upgrades shown in the kitchen: 8-burner Wolf stove, fully enclosed range hood, super oversized kitchen sink, Sub-Zero fridge, but the one thing I will note is that the Brisa is the only floor plan that does not give you the option for a prep kitchen. However, it does have a pretty nice walk-in pantry. The interior living space flows perfectly into this outdoor California room, and when you upgrade to this sliding 90-degree door, you get these stunning pocket doors on both walls. The model home is shown on a slightly oversized 7,200 square foot lot, but Brookfield really showcases the kind of backyard living you can have here at Vista. Behind me is the also popular casita option here at the Summit, and Brookfield actually has 2 separate sizes. The one shown here at Brisa is going to be the larger of the 2 floor plans for your casita. Both casita options come with this lounge area, which could also be used as a bedroom, and it is attached to this amazing little kitchenette that has a dishwasher, microwave oven, and laundry and dryer, and of course it has an ensuite bathroom, making this unit completely self-sustainable. Making our way back into the home, we will pass through this gorgeous outdoor California room, the stunning kitchen, and make our way towards the downstairs bedroom. You do have an option to upgrade this into a multi-gen suite, but here at Brisa, it is shown as a traditional downstairs bedroom. It does get its full ensuite bathroom, and it even gets a pretty spacious walk-in closet. Time to head up to the second floor, but before doing so, let's take a quick look at this stunning powder bathroom before heading up the staircase, which has vaulted ceilings all the way up to the second floor. The Brisa has one of my favorite loft layouts, as it is still quite a huge space, but it's a little bit tucked away from the stairs, so you won't have much noise pollution from upstairs with other people downstairs. If you are wanting or needing a 5th bedroom, you can convert the loft into one, and it creates a pretty large 15 by 12 bedroom with an ensuite bath as well as a walk-in closet. Making our way into the primary bedroom, and although this floor plan starts at just over 3,500 square feet, the primary bedroom still feels more than spacious. The primary is shown with that gorgeous optional fireplace on the right, and Brookfield does an amazing job with these oversized windows, which really showcase the views we have here at the Summit. The primary bathroom has dual vanities, large soaking tub, walk-in rain shower, and even an additional vanity area for makeup. The primary closet is located off of the bathroom, and Brookfield makes it so hard to not fall in love when the closet's finished like this. We will speed our way out of the bathroom, through the primary bedroom, and towards these last 3 rooms at Brisa. One thing that stands out about Vista versus some of the competition up the hill at Pinnacle is that these additional bedrooms are still quite large in size. This first bedroom is shown with a queen-size bed, has its own walk-in closet, as well as this slightly oversized ensuite bathroom. This 4th bedroom is slightly smaller, but still decently sized, measuring 12 foot 7 by 11 feet across, and it still gets a walk-in closet, as well as this nicely appointed ensuite bathroom. Vista also did a great job on all 3 of their models, in my opinion, not putting the laundry room on a sharing wall with the primary bedroom. All right, up next is the Solana floor plan, which is also 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, and starts at 3,527 square feet. As you look behind me, you'll immediately notice that there is a much longer driveway on this home than compared to the previous model at Brisa, and that is because of the upstairs optional masonette that is shown on this model, which we'll take a look at later in this home. Adding the masonette adds a couple of added features to the entryway on this floor plan, and the first you're going to notice is going to be the stair set that does lead to a private entry up to the masonette on the second floor, and the second is going to be this kind of more formal area. Brookfield has done a great job adding this water feature, which adds some lovely white noise on entryway. coming in through the front door at Solana, and we have a beautiful formal entryway, which has these big elevated archways that really class up and dignify the entry space, and those lead out to this beautiful open concept floor plan. The model home is shown with an absolutely breathtaking wine cellar, which is a structural upgrade, as well as this extended great room, which adds an additional 262 square feet of living. The kitchen in this model home is shown with some amazing optional upgrades, including this stone matched range hood, 8-burner Wolf stove, oversized kitchen sink, as well as this cabinetry matched Sub-Zero fridge, and this leads perfectly into the upgraded prep kitchen. Brookfield found a way to fit everything you could possibly want in a prep kitchen in a somewhat smaller space. Starting here in the California room, and it is shown with this beautiful optional entertainment bar, and it leads out to this beautiful backyard. But the first thing you will notice here at Solana is that it is a much smaller backyard than across the street at Brisa. And that is because of the optional masonette. When that structural upgrade or multi-gen suite is added, it ends up shifting the whole home towards the back of the lot, giving you a smaller backyard. Heading back inside and towards the downstairs bedroom, and boy did Brookfield have fun styling this one as your own personal in-house health retreat, even equipped with a Pilates machine. And moving into the ensuite bath, they went the extra yard and even converted the walk-in closet into a sauna. Making our way upstairs, and the vaulted ceilings at the staircases continue here at Solana. The upstairs loft is quite spacious and has more than enough space to entertain the whole family, and of course it can be upgraded to be that additional 5th bedroom if needed. Coming into the primary bedroom, and Brookfield has done an amazing job adding these oversized picture windows which really showcase off the views here at the summit. This one is staged with a king-size bed, and it really showcases the size of the primary bedroom. The primary bathroom has every feature you could possibly ask for: dual vanities, oversized soaking tub, beautiful chandelier, of course that walk-in rain shower, and that leads into the primary closet. The primary closet at Solana is in the shape of a U, and it perfectly connects both sides of the primary bathroom. This one is also shown with an optional espresso machine and mini fridge. Heading out of the primary bedroom, we will make our way towards the additional upstairs rooms, and the first will be the upstairs laundry, which is shown with optional in-house dry cleaning. The spacious secondary bedrooms continue here at Solana, and this one gets tons of natural light from this outdoor balcony, as well as amazing views of the hillside behind you. Heading back down the hallway, and this is where the added masonette really starts to change the upstairs floor plan. Traditionally, this 4th bedroom on Solana is much larger in size, but adding the masonette shrinks it down. However, it still gets a lovely ensuite bathroom, as well as its very own walk-in closet. The structural option we mentioned outside is going to be this upstairs masonette, which is kind of like an upstairs multi-gen suite. It comes with this bedroom area, a slightly smaller ensuite bathroom, but the main area will be the living space, which does have a wet bar, complete private access to the exterior of the home, and in-unit washer and dryer. But when picking between this or a more traditional downstairs multi-gen suite, I think I'm sticking with the downstairs layout. Last but not least is the Aliento, which is also 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, and starts just over 3,500 square feet. And once again, we have the oversized driveway, and that is because this model is shown with the optional downstairs multi-gen suite. Adding the multi-gen suite extends the entry onto this floor plan and even gives you the option as a separate private entry into the multi-gen suite. But coming into the main section of the home, the Aliento has my favorite entryway out of the bunch, with those beautiful windows and French doors on the right, and it opens up into another immaculate open concept floor plan where those 12-foot ceilings really shine. And this one is shown with the extended dining room, which adds 216 square feet to the first floor. Brookfield did an amazing job on this model, showcasing all the options you can do through their design studio, including this Sub-Zero wine fridge, real wood soft close appliances, 8-burner Wolf range. They've added a second dishwasher to the kitchen island, as well as this see-through Sub-Zero fridge. The prep kitchen also has everything you can need: additional dishwasher, 4-burner stove, and another fridge. This corner lot showcases how amazing your indoor-outdoor living space can be here at Vista, as it still gets amazing views even though it is slightly lower on the hill. The backyard is once again slightly smaller because of the addition of the multi-gen suite, but still has enough space to entertain. Making our way back into the living area of the home, let's go and take a look at that downstairs multi-gen suite. The Aliento is shown with that also popular downstairs multi-gen suite, which is perfect for extended family or those guests that just don't want to leave. It comes with a decently sized bedroom area. Of course, it will have that ensuite bath, and this one even gets a pretty spacious walk-in closet, but the main area of attention is going to be the living area of it, which gets a ton of natural light, has its very own wet bar area, as well as private access to the front of the home. Making our way up this lovely modern staircase, which overlooks the entryway to the home. The beautiful lofts continue here at Aliento, and this one is shown with an upstairs deck, but that only comes when you add the multi-gen suite downstairs. This deck adds an amazing additional outdoor entertaining space, but will only be available on larger lots. The primary bedrooms here at Vista continue to not disappoint. As you can see, this one's shown with a king-size bed, and it still has more than enough space. The hillside location gives all of the primary bedrooms such beautiful lighting. Heading into the primary bathroom, and once again, you get those dual vanities, oversized soaking tub, walk-in rain shower, and some lovely views looking out over Irvine. The jaw-dropping closets continue at Aliento, and this one even gets a separate makeup area and hopefully has more than enough space for all of your clothes and accessories. Making our way out of the bathroom and past that stunning primary bedroom, down towards the last 3 rooms here at Aliento, and the first is going to be the upstairs laundry, which is actually shown with an optional in-house dry cleaning machine. This 3rd bedroom is the slightly smallest out of the bunch, but thanks to the 10-foot ceilings, it still feels pretty spacious, and it gets a walk-in closet as well as this lovely ensuite bath. Heading into the last additional bedroom here at Aliento, and even though this floor plan is just a touch over 3,500 square feet, these additional bedrooms are still quite spacious. And before we head out, we've got one more ensuite bathroom to take a look at. All right, there is no denying that Brookfield has created some stunning model homes, as well as an overall great product here at Vista, which normally leads to the big question, how much does it cost? But before we can start talking about pricing, there are a couple of key factors that we need to cover that play a larger role into these homes' overall value. And being located at the summit, a lot of these are very similar to the other builders. And so if you would like a much more detailed breakdown into those key factors, then I recommend clicking somewhere up here to view my previous video on Skyline by Toll Brothers, where I go into much more detail. As a quick recap, property tax in Mello-Roos are estimated to start at 1.07% and $5,375 a year, which is consistent with neighboring communities in Irvine. That gives you an estimated yearly tax bill of around $51,920. The monthly HOA, however, is not consistent with other parts of Irvine and is set to start at $975 a month, making it the most expensive HOA in all of Irvine. The last 2 factors are definitely pros, and starting with school district, all of the homes at the summit are zoned for the award-winning Irvine Unified School District, with students attending Canyon View Elementary, Sierra Vista Middle School, and Northwood High School. Last, but certainly not least, the community's location and the views offered at these homes could also be considered award-worthy. With those items out of the way, let's talk pricing. All 3 floor plans at Vista start with very similar base square footage, leading to similar base pricing. Where pricing can quickly change is lot premiums, structural upgrades, and interior design upgrades. Each floor plan offers the option to increase the interior living space by over 1,000 square feet through a wide variety of custom structural options through Brookfield. These include an extended dining room, covered loggia, multi-gen suite, prep kitchen, detached casita, and more. Like the other builders in this community, these structural upgrades add square footage and cost, but they are not available on every lot, since all of Irvine properties must stay within a certain ratio of interior space to lot size. Where Brookfield differs from these other builders is that these structural options are truly optional. Whereas up the street at Toll Brothers, if you are wanting a large enough lot that happens to be big enough to fit a casita, then you're getting that casita and that extra $500,000 in cost, whether you want it or not. Where here at Brookfield, if you want that oversized lot just as a yard and no casita, then that's no issue at all. Larger lots at Brookfield still come with larger lot premiums, and they're going to have a wide variation in lot premiums and overall pricing because of their variety in lot sizes. Future phases include 4,500 square foot non-view interior lots, all the way up to a 14,513 square foot lot with some of the best views in the entire Summit development. So far, all of the homes offered for sale have been located on Fieldhouse, which offers unobstructed views and lot sizes ranging from 5,096 square feet up to 6,869 square feet. Lot premiums have ranged from around $600K for the smallest lot to around $1.1 million for the largest corner lot. With these lot premiums taken into consideration, the current pricing at Vista looks like this. They currently have 2 homes available for sale. Lot 18 is the Solana floor plan and is currently listed for $4.373 million, and Lot 14 is the Aliento floor plan and is listed for $4.218. The difference in pricing between the two stems from a $50,000 deduction in lot premium on Lot 14 because of its shape, as well as a lower amount of pre-selected upgrades and design allowance. In my previous videos regarding the other builders here at the Summit, this is normally where I have to say, unfortunately, the prices shown on these pricing sheets are not going to be the final closing price of these homes. However, for the first time, that is not necessarily the case, as Brookfield has included a $300,000 design allowance into all of the pricing on their first 5 phases of homes here at Vista. And this $300K should allow buyers to upgrade flooring, backsplash, countertops, appliances, and even more. And sure, there will be some buyers that are going to go over this $300,000 credit, but for most, this will cover all of the upgrades they want to do and has also given buyers a much clearer picture of what their final closing price will look like. Landscaping, however, is not included, but that means it also won't be reflected in your home's final closing price. But for a more fair comparison to resale homes, as well as Pinnacle and Skyline in this community, let's add that same $400,000 in landscaping costs to give us an even number. Adding those costs brings us to an estimated total of $4.775 million or $1,283 per square foot. There is no avoiding that these homes are still north of $4 million and near the top of Irvine's market when looking at average price per square foot. But when you start comparing Vista versus the other new construction here at the Summit, as well as other view lot resale homes throughout Irvine, well, it starts to stand out. For example, at Pinnacle by Toll Brothers, the lowest priced view lot home is listed at $5.927 million, and that's without any design upgrades or landscaping. Adding the same $300,000 for design and $400,000 for landscaping brings the estimated closing total to $6.627 million or $1,522 per square foot. Yes, I know Pinnacle is slightly farther up the hill and also a slightly larger product, coming with a base size of 5 bedrooms and a loft, while Vista starts at 4 bedrooms and a loft, but that's a jump in price of around $1.85 million for 1 more bedroom and just 800 square feet more living space. When compared to similarly sized resale, guard-gated view lot homes sold in the past year in Irvine, Vista is also priced below the competition, and that's been one of the key factors why sales have been moving quickly, though that hasn't always been the case here at Vista. Until 2 weeks ago, Brookfield had only sold 4 out of the 10 homes released at Vista, and that was a lot slower than expected. Upper management realized it might be a price issue and decided to slash prices by $400,000 on all homes offered, as well as those already in escrow. The result? As of this morning, Brookfield has officially sold or reserved every home released at Vista, proving that today's luxury buyers in Irvine are still quite price sensitive. Looking ahead, I think Brookfield is well positioned to continue this success as they've created a great product that seems to check a lot of the boxes of today's luxury buyers, and more importantly, they're currently priced cheaper than the competition. So if you're interested in Vista or any other part of Orange County and want to talk to a real estate agent that will give you a straightforward, no BS opinion on where and when I would be buying in today's tricky real estate market, then please feel free to reach out as I am happy to help. If I don't hear from you, then I would still greatly appreciate it if you click that subscribe button down below, as it does help this channel grow, and I'll see you at the next community breakdown. Cheers.